sunshine for the weekend. Let me begin by giving you an update on the number of cases. These numbers are as of yesterday. So the city of St. Louis has 1,593 cases and 95 deaths. St. Louis County has 4,104 cases. That's a combined total for the city and the county of 5,700 cases out of the 10,300 that the state of Missouri has. So that's a little over 50%, just the city and the county and the state of Missouri. On the good news front, though, the 7-day COVID hospital admission rate is down from a high of, it was 59 about a month ago, and it's 28 yesterday. The number of people in the hospital are down from a high of 775 to yesterday, 488. The number of people in the ICU continue to be down. Looking for my number here, 121. Here we go. And that number has gone from, about 5 days ago, it was 138, 131, 137, 125, 121. So that number's also coming down. And then the number of people on ventilators, and these numbers are in the region, the hospitalization, ICU, and ventilators. About a week ago, there were 108 people on ventilators. Today, there are 84. So we are trending downward. That's in the right direction. We're very happy about that because the decision that we made about 2 weeks ago to allow some businesses to crack the door open on opening on Monday was based on the trends that we were seeing at that time, but they were also dependent on continuing to see a downward trend, which we have continued to see. So we're happy about that. You all know that on Monday evening we issued the regulations for what business can open and under what condition. I think I showed you this. This is all online. This happens to just be I printed it out because it's an easy reference guide for me. But this is all online, and there are very specific guidelines for any business that opens, and they are predicated, those guidelines are predicated on being able to keep a 6-foot distance between employees and between employees and customers, and customers and customers. They're predicated on the employee of the business wearing a face mask, and I took mine off. The one I was wearing today, here it is. I was wearing this little black one that is easy to get on and off, but I've got a collection of them here, and so anytime all the employees need to be wearing masks, and the customers are strongly encouraged to wear masks. Some businesses will decide for themselves that you can't enter their business unless you are wearing a mask. So here's the way I think about mask wearing. It's really not that much trouble. It protects you. It protects your friends and family and the people that you're around. So why not do it? I think one of the key, social distancing or physical distancing is the most important thing to do. But you never know exactly when you'll be within 6 feet of someone, especially when you're out in the public. So it's really important for you to wear masks as well. And speaking of masks, I may have told you last Friday, the city, we finally got a big shipment of masks. They had been ordered for weeks, actually more than a month. We finally got them. We were very thrilled about that. So what we have done is we know that for some folks getting a mask or masks, I'm reaching for something else here, has not been easy. So one of the things that we embarked on is we had small businesses, those businesses that were under 10 employees, signed up, and they got a starter pack. And the starter pack has 20 surgical masks in it, 20 gloves. They come in different sizes, medium, large, extra large, I think. And we passed out about 1,000 of those now. Have we already passed out the whole 1,000?
Well, we have more handing out today and more handing out
Yeah.
on Friday, so,
On
or on Monday. Yeah.
Okay, so we started yesterday handing them out in 3 locations. One at 1408 North Kings Highway, one at 3515 South Grand, and one at 1520 Market. So centrally located north, central, and south. I was there yesterday. It was kind of fun to go by and see the small businesses coming in and picking up their starter pack. We know this isn't enough for them to go forever, but it's a way of them getting started. The masks and the gloves are getting easier to acquire, and since we had a big supply, we wanted to start out our small businesses, sole proprietors, people with 2, 3, 5, 9, 10 employees with a starter pack. You can still sign up for that online. It's right on our, it's on our Facebook post, it's on our Twitter post, it's online. So you can still sign up for that if you want and pick up a starter pack on Monday. I think we're doing a landslide business in handing out these starter packs today because of course the small businesses are getting ready to open on Monday. Now that said, a lot of small businesses are not opening Monday, and I've heard from many of them, and that is perfectly fine. In fact, it's probably a good idea. Take a little wait and see approach if you'd like. Make sure you have the right PPE. Make sure you're able to follow all the guidelines for your, whether it's a restaurant, a retail operation. There is no requirement at all to open on Monday. But if you're prepared, you may. Now, the other thing that we are doing, since we've gotten this big shipment of masks, is we are making sure that not the small businesses have a starter pack, but we also, and this is happening today, we are delivering to 35 different senior living centers, nursing homes, assisted living, etc. 35 of them, we are delivering masks, 5 masks for every employee and every client, along with gallons of hand sanitizer. And those nursing homes or congregate care homes will be able to put that into smaller bottles and use it for their clients and for their employees. So trying to make sure that those individuals have, those businesses, nursing homes, have enough PPE, both masks and hand sanitizer. The other thing that we're doing is we're distributing about 18,000 masks to Housing Authority is distributing about 15,000, and then we are also distributing anyone who gets Meals on Wheels will get a small pack of masks with an instruction to they should wear it themselves, and if they do have any visitors at all, some of these folks are at home and they should make sure that their visitors wear masks. Food Outreach is getting masks. Housing Authority and Human Services for all of the homeless shelters and places that need masks, may need masks and don't have them. We've also given some masks, a small supply of masks to every alderman, and if they can get more if they need them, just to carry with them, because we know that the aldermen are out and about in their neighborhoods. And I carry masks in my purse, in my bag, and if I see someone who doesn't have a mask, I say, hey, do you need a mask? And I just whip one out of my purse and give it to them. So I think that's good for all of us to do. So we are trying to make sure that everybody has what they need in order to be safe, to keep themselves healthy and to keep the others around them healthy. So that is, that's, I think, the extent of my remarks for today. I don't know if we have any questions or not.
Quite a few questions.
Okay.
Kevin wants to know, well, we have 2 questions about gyms. Kevin's question is, where could somebody send you or send the city guidelines they've developed to safely reopen their gym?
They can be sent to the health department. Do we have the health department email? We'll get it for you.
They could do Restart St. Louis at St. Louis, yeah.
Oh, that's the best place. restart STL at stlouis-mo.gov.
It's technically restart St. St. Louis
Okay.
at stlouis-mo.gov.
Let me try that again. Let me get it right. Restart STLOUIS at stlouis-mo.gov. By the way, that's on our website. I know you all are online because you're watching this online.
And then the follow-up question to that is, when do you envision gyms being able to open? That's a question from Ken.
Ken, we don't know the answer to that yet. Gyms are a tricky, gyms are a tricky business with all the equipment and with all the sweating and with all the breathing hard and all that. But I would really appreciate seeing, it's something that we're considering, because right now, there are gyms in apartment complexes, there are gyms in hotels, there are standalone gyms that people belong to and go to. And I know some of you are really dying to get back to your gym, and you're doing your home workouts, or maybe you're taking a run in the park. So we want to be able to reopen gyms safely.
Does that apply to places like boxing clubs as well?
Yeah, I consider a boxing club a gym. I hadn't thought about boxing clubs, frankly, but I think if we were to ask Dr. Eccles, I think, yeah, a boxing club is a gym. I mean, you're boxing on each other, leaning on each other. That's how the virus spreads.
A question from Morgan. When will the city reevaluate the limit on social gatherings of more than 10 people?
So the social gatherings of more than 10 people applies to individuals. So it mostly applies to a barbecue in your backyard, a kid's birthday party, a party in general at your house or maybe somewhere else, but generally at your house. So that is really for your own safety. It also would apply to if you were having you can't have a big party in a park, a big gathering in a park. And so I expect that's going to go on for a while. There will be circumstances where, like maybe in a banquet room or a meeting room, where under certain conditions, when everyone is 6 feet apart and everyone is wearing a mask, there will be some, and this is a few weeks away most likely, but you will be able to have those kinds of more formalized gatherings. But the gatherings that you just do, a street party, Q in the Lou, the Pride Parade, those things have all been postponed for now because those are just huge crowds. And, COVID's still around, even though and it's around in a big way, even though we are trying to crack the door open a little on allowing businesses to open. It is still a very fierce virus, and if you are older or if you have any underlying health conditions, you should still fear COVID, and you should still certainly make sure that you don't put yourselves in situations where you're exposed to it. We are all trying to learn how to coexist with COVID. And this is part of the process that we're going through now. If these measures